Hello everyone. Good morning. This is Madhuri Thakkar and welcome to the first session of Mindfulness with Madhuri. So, in this session, we are talking about what is mindfulness, how mindful a mind looks like, what are the benefits of mindfulness, what are the techniques that can be used in everyday life to be more mindful, and in a day where you can get the opportunity to be more mindful while doing your tasks. So, let's get started. First of all, I would like to introduce myself with all of your permission. So, I am Madhuri Thakkar and I have done an MBA from Parallel University uh, and it's in finance field. Currently, I am working in an accounting field, so I come from finance background, but I am very much obsessed with self-love, psychology, mindfulness, etc. So following my passion, I actually have completed one of the courses on mindfulness in March 2024 from Happitude. And so today I'm taking a webinar on mindfulness because of that. Now, what is mindfulness? So, according to me, mindfulness is about being in the present, being with your thoughts, your emotions, without any kind of judgment, without any liking or disliking. This is what I feel mindfulness is all about. Let's see the other definition of mindfulness. So, what Rob says? Rob says mindfulness is knowing what is happening while it is happening without preference, right? So, it's talking about being there, being in the present moment without any judgment. So, this says, what does a mindful mind look like? So, first one, mindful, and second is mindful. So, on the left side, you can see in the picture that it is full of thoughts. The lady has like so many thoughts she's thinking about. She has so much things on her mind. But on the right hand side, you can see that um, how does a person with more mindful mind look like. So this is how mindful mind looks like. The person is more in the present. They are able to see what is happening in the present moment with more clarity. Now we will talk about what are the benefits of mindfulness, why people are just so obsessed with this term nowadays. So the first one is it helps in decreasing stress and anxiety. So in today's world, no one is stress free. When Firstly, we will talk about what is stress, right? So stress is when our expectations don't match with reality. We feel stressed out. And of course, stress are obviously going to happen. Stress is obviously going to happen because um, not necessarily our expectations and reality will always match. And when we have required knowledge, skills, resources to handle the situation, at that time we don't feel stressed out. But of course, it's not necessary that we feel that way every time, right? So we are not immune to stress. No one is immune to stress. So we need to learn how to manage stress, and in that mindfulness actually helps. Second is better physical health. Mindfulness actually helps in uh, our maintaining better physical health, or it helps in making our physical health better, because healthy body and healthy mind are interrelated, as we all know. So a mind which is more clear, more mindful, more in the present is actually helping our body to be more healthy. The third benefit is enhanced ability for recovery from illness. So, on mindfulness, like many studies have been done, and it says that whenever you have like life-threatening disease like cancer or some disease like that, mindfulness actually helps in reducing the severe effects of these diseases by being more in the present, or by doing visualization, meditation on your body, that can also help. Fourth is increased emotional regulation. So we all have felt that whenever we are angry, we don't think much. We are not in the capacity to think because our mind has one prefrontal cortex. One of the brain's region is this. Here it is placed. It is PFC, prefrontal cortex, and second we have amygdala, which is there in the brain. So whenever we are triggered, whenever there is some emergency or alert, our amygdala is activated, and we just give the response without thinking much. And actually this prefrontal cortex helps us in being more logical in that thinking zone. So if we practice mindfulness on daily basis, we are able to activate our prefrontal cortex more. We are able to think logically in the situations when we are triggered more, and our amygdala's effects are reduced in that case. So this is how mindfulness actually helps, and this is how our emotional regulation is done by mindfulness. It also, of course, helps in maintaining stronger relationships or building relationships, because when we are not reacting, we are responding with mindfulness. So it helps in our relationships. We just don't burst out. We don't say things without thinking. We are so much in tune with our emotions and we are in control of that. So, of course, that helps. Other than that, it also helps in better memory, because we are in the present moment. We are not in our thoughts. So, we naturally remember things that are there in the present. Then it also helps in improving our focus. The more we are in present, the more focused we are. And lastly, it provides us feelings of peace and fulfillment. There is there is peace in the present, because there is so much. Whenever we are in the present, we are able to feel that peace and that fulfillment. Whenever we are thinking about our past or future, it always brings anxiety, stress, worry. So mindfulness actually helps in being in the present. So it actually helps in being peaceful and be and have that sense of fulfillment in life. Now we will talk about small exercises that you can do to be more mindful each day. Make sure that you apply them, because applying things is very important. If you know something but if you don't apply them, then it's equal to not knowing, right? So let's talk about these techniques. First is eating with the opposite hand. So for one day, you can try to eat or drink from your non-dominant hand. So if you're right-handed person, then you can use left hand for a day for eating or drinking. So that way you can be more mindful. Whenever you are eating or drinking something, bring that awareness that you're doing this consciously from the opposite hand of yours. Try to be more mindful at that time. So that will help you in becoming more mindful. Second is power saving mode on. What it says. We all have noticed that our phone's screen automatically goes off whenever we are not using it, whenever it is idle. So similarly, for a day, whenever you are idle, you don't have much work to do, or when you are listening to music or talking to someone over a phone, then whenever you get the opportunity, just close your eyes and try to be more mindful. Try to be there with your thoughts, with your emotions, and that too by being non judgmental without any preference. So be aware of any opportunity that comes your way in a day, and you can save your energy and switch yourself to power saving mode on. To power saving mode, sorry. Third is I don't know what it says. As a child, we all were very curious. We all asked so many questions. We were so non-judgmental, and we believed that we don't know so many things, right? But after we grow up, we have so many preconceived notions and biases about people, about situations. We feel that we know things, right? So deliberately for a day, what you should do throughout the day, allow yourself. to consciously operate from I don't know zone. Here you cannot allow other people's opinions or biases, etc., influence your presence. You need to see, hear, eat, connect, feel everything, do everything that just do it like you're doing it for the first time and it is your first day on the earth. Just like that. Fourth one is, are you an astrologer or historian? So, if someone casually asks you, are you an astrologer or historian, you would say no. But the truth is, often we are an astrologer or historian. So, what you need to do here is be a thought person and be aware of your thoughts. Just be an observer for a day. Watch your thoughts. Are they mostly of past or future? So, if they are mostly of past, then you are a historian. And if you feel that in a day your thoughts are mostly based on future, then you are an astrologer. So, you need to make a mental count of it. And yes, you need to do this without any judgment. Fifth is let others win. So, in the journey of mindfulness, we need to consciously allow ourselves to be less relevant each day. We have formed our strong identities and we need to break them. So, on certain occasions, play consciously dumb, show your helplessness. So, how it can help? It will help others to feel involved and capable in terms of handling the task without much interference. And then you can reflect on the duties that you do not deliberate just because you want to feel significant, right? Reflect on those things. Reflect on on those tasks. Now we will talk about spare breathing technique. So it is one of the techniques that you can use to be more mindful. We have other techniques as well, like 5 is to 5. This is actually 4 is to 4 technique. Then we have 5 is to 8 technique as well that you can use to be more mindful, to be more in tune with your breathing. Because breathing is something that actually helps in being in the present, right? So, what square breathing says? You need to breathe in for 4 seconds, then hold for 4 seconds, then breathe out for 4 seconds, and again hold for 4 seconds. Make sure that whenever you are inhaling, just do it from nose, and exhalation needs to be done from mouth. Right now, let's talk about everyday techniques to be more mindful. These are the opportunities that you get to be more mindful in a day. First is when we are brushing our teeth. Mostly we do things on autopilot mode. We don't think much. Whenever we are brushing our teeth or we are driving, we are on that autopilot mode when we know the route. So we don't think much. Right? So here we are talking about everyday techniques where you actually have the opportunity to be more mindful while brushing your teeth, when you are driving, in silence or with calm music. Third is when you're doing dishes or laundry. Fourth is when you're relaxing with your kids while you get them ready for bed. And lastly, whenever you're doing exercise without any music or with a music. And you should focus on your breathing at that time. So that will also help. If you have any questions, you can contact me on this email address. You can also follow me on this given Instagram handle. Thank you so much. I hope I have delivered something valuable to you and I hope you have learned something new today. Thank you.